Okay.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Siti Nurfatihah and I am one of Elite's members from Quiz. And here with me is Puan Azimah Shurfa binti Muhammad Shukri. The purpose of our live session is to expose to people the importance of using English language and at the same time to increase the confidence of using English language in our daily life.
Okay, so Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Firstly, I would like to thank Elites for inviting me. It's such an honor. And Fatiha, our MC today, as well as I would like to give a shout out to Miss Wani or Miss Wan Nur Hazwani and Zulkarnain from Elites. So, okay, so your question, what's the difference between TESOL and English language studies? Am I correct? That's your question?
Yes.
May I know, Fatiha, what are you taking? Are you taking TESOL or English language
I'm
studies?
taking English language studies, yes.
I see. All right. So I was a lecturer. I taught both, actually. I taught TESOL and English language studies when I was in UIA and UNIZA. So TESOL would be teaching English as a second language. So students with a TESOL degree or diploma, they are geared towards becoming a teacher, a qualified teacher in secondary school, primary school.
Yes.
But for English language studies, you are learning, I think quiz would be the same thing. You are learning things like literature, you are learning things like phonetics, phonology, and it's not TESOL per se. It doesn't teach you how to teach, but you're learning English as either a scientific study of it, so linguistics. And I believe quiz, you're teaching communication as well. You're learning communication. Am I correct? Are you learning communication?
Yes.
That would be the same.
Because we are in diploma right now, so we didn't learn on that.
I see. So people would they think that you're going to be a school teacher, right, Vadia?
Yes, mostly. Most of them will be like, oh, so after this you are going to be a teacher? I was like, no, we are not TESOL or something like that.
Yeah, I get that as well. But lucky for me, I had exposure as a lecturer teaching both, so I understand. But in the end, I do have students who took language studies, linguistics, and they ended up being a teacher as well. So I have that as well. You can actually do both. You can be like me, an English language graduate, but I ended up taking MESL, which is Master in English as a Second Language. And then I end up teaching TESOL students. So I don't think that we should narrow ourselves now, especially you guys, the young generation. Don't narrow yourself to that. I'm just this. I can't be this. You should say I can be anything and everything. Yeah.
Okay. So from that point, so we and as for my friends, whenever they say like you are going to be a teacher, don't just like say no, we are not going to be a teacher. Just say that yes, we are taking up the English language course, and soon we don't know what we're going to be. So it's up to us.
Yeah.
Okay. So can I go to the next question?
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. So the next question is, why is it important to learn English language? Yes.
Right. Why is it important? I believe that all languages are equally important. So because we are students who we learn English. So I think that if we are going to take this course, we should be taking it seriously. So that means that really learning to become fluent and confident so that you can mingle with people who are non-Malays, basically. You don't want to be just with your people, right? You want to be able to mingle with non-Malays, non-Malaysians, and that will make you a confident person. That's right. So I think that if you're going to do this, you have to have this mindset, a growth mindset, to keep on learning, keep on reading, get as much knowledge as you can, because the English language is a language of knowledge, whether you like it or not. The books are in English, right? The internet, the articles, the journals, the things that you're reading, television is in the English language. So like it or not, you have to work your way and improve your your fluency.
Yeah, even the basic one, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. Okay. So from what point Azimah said that yes, even though we are like we call it like kampung people, yes, we need to at least know the basic one because we don't know like foreigner might gone to a small village and they want to ask for a direction, for example.
Yeah,
So we as a people need to explain it to them, right?
exactly,
So
exactly.
yes, the next question, can I?
Yeah, sure.
What are the benefits of learning English language? Just now we want to know the important, but
Mm.
now we want to know the benefit
The
of learning
benefit of
English. Ikut
sure
Malaysia.
the benefits of learning English is that it is, like I said before, it's the language of information. The in the internet, everything, basically social media, it's conquered, and it's in the English language. So if you don't want to fall behind, you want to be taken seriously, or you
Mm-mm.
want to get a job. These days people look at whether you are multilingual or bilingual. You can speak more
Mm-mm.
than one language. that's
Mm-mm.
that's the most important thing. And as a muslim, we are supposed to keep on learning, and we should not limit ourselves, so that we can become much more knowledgeable. We can contribute
Mm-mm.
to the world with our
Yes.
books, with our ideas and all. Yeah. So that's what we're doing. Me, I don't know if you have introduced me yet, but I am from My English Matters, and that's where I teach mostly adults. I teach second language learners how to communicate confidently for the workplace, for the professional life. And I believe that as adults, you need to consistently keep on growing, keep on improving. You can't say that I've learned English back in my degree and that's it. That's stop. But you should always continue to improve, because there will be challenges in the world, and so you need to be prepared for all sorts of challenges. You need to be able to
Mm-mm.
present, to speak up your opinion. Otherwise, you're not going to be listened, especially at the workplace.
Okay. So what if that particular person like they wanted to speak with other people using English language, but at the same time, uh that particular person don't have any courage. Like they're going to feel ashamed and feel lack of confidence because
Yeah.
there might be people say that wow that person was just like acha so but
Yes.
it was like she afraid that particular person will be afraid of using the grammatical structure, the pronunciation and so on.
Yeah.
So how to
That's true.
overcome.
A lot of my students who are adults, right? That means they're older than you. They still
Yes.
feel that. They still feel that. They still feel the trauma of how they felt back in school. They felt like, because they failed English, they probably got, I don't know, they probably got C or something. That sort of memory back in school has left them sort of traumatized and afraid to speak English, to even try. So what I say to that is, and this is what I teach to my students, is that it's okay to make mistakes. It doesn't matter what
Mm.
people think or what people say, like, oh my god, acha-acha, or prasa masaleh or something like that. I get judged all the time, but you need to remember that you have a mission, and nobody needs to know what your mission is. But let's say your
Mm.
mission is you want to be a successful Muslim, you want to be a professional, successful, whatever that you want to be, right? You
Yeah.
have to remember your goal, and you're the only one who's living your life. You're the only one who has that goal. So it doesn't matter what people say. It doesn't matter if it's you make mistakes, because mistakes make you stronger. So that's what I say to that.
Oh, okay. So yes, for those who are feeling that way, especially
Yeah.
I'm talking to myself,
Mm-hmm.
uh, so feel free to use what Puan Azimah said. It was like
Yes.
a good advice to us.
I
And
have advice
to
for
go
you,
forward,
Fatiha. Yeah. What I have advice for you, Fatih, to keep going, all right? Because you are going to get your diploma. That means that people
Yes.
are going to look at you and say, oh, wow, Fatiha, she has a diploma in English language studies. So
Yes.
you need to carry that name with you and keep on. Don't say that, oh, now I have the diploma, I'm finished learning. No, you'll continue to learn, you'll continue to read, you'll continue to speak, and you'll
Yes.
continue to host, like what you're doing now. You're doing a Facebook
Yes.
Live. Keep on doing it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, Wen. So to go further,
Hmm.
can you share a bit experience of like how you how you adapt the fluency of speaking in English? Like the differences between me and Puan talking in English is totally different. Like the
Mm.
accent, yes. I would love to know how to adapt that accent.
Okay, all right. So, but you have to know a bit about my background, so you can't compare. So, I was raised in the UK, in England, right? So I went to England when I was at the age of
Okay.
8. So
Mm.
at the age of 8, that would be standard 2, correct? Right, standard 2, right? So
Yes, yes.
we were there. I was with my family, my father, my mother, and my siblings. We were there for
Mm-hmm.
8 whole years. And when we went there, so this is the story, Fatiha. Do you want to know the story?
Yo,
I'm going to
I want to know this. I
Okay,
think that
right.
people outside want to know too.
Right, okay. So when
Yeah.
I went to the UK, I had little English. Means I understand because you watch cartoons and everything, but I
Yes.
was not ready to be thrown into school with everybody speaking English to you. So,
Mm-mm.
there I was at school, with my classmates were taller than me. I'm an 8-year-old girl, an 8-year-old Malay girl. You're small,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
8-year-old Pakistani or 8-year-old, British white person, they're like double your size sometimes. So that
Yes.
and they were very, very confident. So when I went into class, I was so scared. So I sat down really quietly and just listened to everybody. And then I remember this one time, so I was doing my work quietly. I think it was my first day. And then
Mm-hmm.
I needed this color, right? I needed this color, so I didn't know what the color was in the English language. So
Mm-mm.
I said, give me chocolate. I said chocolate. I said,
Chocolate. Oh, so cute.
I wanted brown, but I said chocolate. And
Mm-mm.
then everyone at the table was like, "Oh my gosh, she said chocolate! She said chocolate, so cute. Do you mean brown? Do you mean brown?" And I was so embarrassed. I was so, but they understood me. But that was
Mm-hmm.
the day that I decided, okay, Azimah, you have to survive now. You're going to be here for a long time. I didn't know it was going to be 8 years, and
Oh,
so
that's a long time.
that's a long time, from 8 until I was 16. And so,
Oh.
through listening a lot, I was still a quiet little girl, but you get inspired from your friends who spoke English really, really good, really, really well. And you have
Mm-mm.
Pakistanis, Muslim Pakistanis speaking with a
Mm-mm.
very thick accent that they don't sound Pakistani. They sounded
Oh.
British. They were born there. They were born there. Their parents migrated from Pakistan, but they were essentially British. So I was like, they don't even sound Pakistani, even though they wore their, what was it? Have you seen?
Kurta, is it?
Yeah, kurta, salwar kameez,
Yeah.
they call it salwar kameez.
Oh,
Yeah, with their
Sawakami.
hair, they would braid their hair just like Pakistanis. You know how you see in Bollywood, braiding their hair and all that. They look like,
Mm-hmm.
but they spoke with a really thick accent and all. And then I was inspired, and then um, me being very, very quiet, my father gave me books, lots of books to read. My mom, she was like, oh no, all my daughters, they have to survive. So my mom bought us books. My mom
Mm-mm.
would she'd go to, because books were kind of expensive at the time. So
Mm-mm.
my mom, she would go to car boot sale. Do you know car boot sale? Do you know what it is?
Uh, something like a car.
Yeah,
A move
a
bookstore.
car where, where the boot is open, and then they put the stuff
Oh,
there,
okay.
and then they sell.
I,
So it was like in
oh,
a
yes,
huge
yes.
park. It was like a huge park where every Sunday there would be all these sales, car boot sales. So people would sell stuff, their books, clothes, and everything. And my mom
Yes, yes.
would shop for books because it was very cheap. It was like 10p. 10p would be, at the time, would be 50 sen, basically, books.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Enid Blyton books. Do you know Enid Blyton? Have you heard of Enid Blyton? Roald
No,
Dahl. Yeah, all these
I've
children
never
books.
heard about it.
Yes, and then she'd buy me comic books. And then every
Oh,
Sunday she'd come home with those, and then she'd say, "Okay, look at what Mama bought," and we're like, "Oh my god, that was to us, that was like better than ice cream. That was better than chocolate." To be honest, that was better than chocolate. Reading books was better than chocolate.
okay.
So I started to read a lot over the years. That eventually, I started to write. I wrote books. I wrote my own storybooks because I was influenced by what I was reading, and
Oh, okay.
I started to write. My mind was, I was kind of imaginative, but even though at school I was very quiet, but my outlet was writing a lot, writing and just playing by myself, and then lots of writing. Eventually, my teacher, she saw my improvement. I didn't notice, but she said to me, "Azimah, can you tutor one of the boys in your class?" And I was like, "What?" And he was a Mak Saleh, he was a white boy. And
What?
my teacher wanted
The teacher
me.
asked you. Okay.
Yes, that was like by the second year that I was there, but second year or third year that I was in the UK. Probably I was like 10 years old at the time. That means that
Mm-mm.
my teacher saw that I was very good, and I didn't know that I was very good. I didn't know that I was good enough to teach somebody
A
else.
white
Yeah,
girl.
exactly. That means I have
Yeah.
actually surpassed them, and I was like, I felt like I made it because my teacher recognized me, and then she started to read
Mm-mm.
my work out loud. She gave me the confidence that I was eventually good enough, and that's why a teacher, it's very important that teachers encourage you, and that's what she did, because I was a quiet girl. I didn't speak. I spoke through my writing,
Oh,
but she gave
yes,
me
yes.
confidence, and then for me to be able to teach somebody else, that actually probably inspired me to become a teacher later on. Probably, I don't know, I never thought about it that way, but probably, yeah. So yeah,
Okay.
that's it. Over the years, and then you have to sit through, by at the age of 16, you have to sit through, it's like SPM for you, but for me it would be O level. But for you,
Mm-mm-mm.
SPM is 17, right? You're 17 years old, 18,
Yes.
SPM.
We take it
Yeah,
at our 17 years old.
yeah, 17 years old. But for me, 16 years old, you're O level, and then you finish high school. So for me at
Oh.
16, yep, you had to prepare yourself for O level, and so the exam was not like, so it wasn't like one day of exam English. It was 2 years of work, 2 years of writing assignments, doing
Yes.
Shakespeare, reading. We were reading, of course, because you're learning English with the natives. So our textbooks were Shakespeare. It's not the
Oh.
short stories. It's like all those poetries and all of that. So yeah, and that was just, my English teacher was like absolutely fun. It was like, I felt like, oh my god, I love this language so much. I love poetry and all. And that's when I realized that my strength was in the English language. And I thought, okay, I want to go back to Malaysia, and I want to become a teacher or a lecturer. And that's why I took my degree in English in UIA after I came back. That's the journey. It was a long process, 8 years. Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. So
Mm-mm.
everything is on earth. Whether we
Yeah,
want to go further, we want to make it a reality or not, right?
exactly.
Because
Exactly.
there are few people like, okay, I don't know this language and I don't want to talk to people, and they just shut themselves up, and
Yeah.
then y- the hours just nothing.
Yeah.
So yes.
You have to
Mm.
have this obsession. I was obsessed with the language, and I was lucky enough to have wonderful teachers who who produced, not just produced, the classes were really excellent. And then she's always supporting her students, and she you would say that one class was just so exciting, even though it was Shakespeare, something so heavy, but she made it so fun. She made the language so beautiful, and because of her, it shaped the way I appreciate the language. And because of her, I tried to bring that to my classrooms when I later on became a lecturer at UIA and then UNIZA. So I
Yes.
mean, I know not all of us are lucky enough to have that sort of exposure and environment. But like you said, Fatiha,
Mm-mm.
it is on you. It is your decision whether to love it, or to just think, "Ah, never mind. It's just a diploma. I don't care. As long
Okay.
as as long as I get good grade, that's it. But who cares? I will just go with the
Yeah.
flow, because I'm not that kind of person. I
Okay.
don't go with the flow. I'm like, when I do something, I have to do
Yeah.
it
I
with
need to get this. Yeah.
yes.
Yes.
Have to. Okay.
Uh, and and as you said that you are something like you are a person like introvert. You didn't talk much. You
Yeah.
talk through your writing, right? Uh, and how to like it's something like overcoming the fears too. Because
Mhm.
I'm talking as an example myself.
Yeah.
I want to talk to person to others using English language, but I still don't confident enough, don't have that much confidence to talk to others using English language because I know I'm taking up English language studies, but the way I pronounce the word and I use the structure of grammatical system, so it doesn't suit like I am English student. So it
Mm-hmm.
kind of feel like embarrassed.
Oh yeah, I understand. I understand because you're judging yourself too much, right? And that is stopping you, Fatia. When you keep on saying, "Oh my God, my English is so whatever that you say to yourself," that is stopping you from speaking. And then it's okay, like I said, it's okay to make mistakes, but you learn from mistakes, right? And I think
Mm,
I'm sure you have friends who want to speak English with you, but I don't know whether you found them or you haven't yet. I don't know what your situation is, Fatiha.
mm.
But yeah, go ahead. Have you found groups of friends who want to speak English or speak English?
They are my classmate one like they want to have an environment to like talking to each other using English language because yes we are English students so we need to
Yeah,
be different from other course like that
yeah, yeah,
so but we didn't have that confident enough
yeah. But
to
you
do
have to
that.
remember. You have to remember that this is your specialty. It is your job to keep on improving the language, because other courses, their specialty is something else, engineering or whatever that they're doing, architecture, whatever. But that's their specialty. Yours is speaking, expressing yourself through writing.
Mm-mm.
So you need to take up that identity seriously. And it doesn't matter if people say, "Oh, kau ni orang Melayu, apa nak cakap?" I don't know what people say, but during my time, that's what people used to say. And
Mm-mm.
then
Mm-mm.
I thought, I'm an English language student. I have to use the language in classes
Mm-mm.
and with my lecturers. I have to do that.
Mm-mm.
That is my job. That is my duty. They don't understand. However, with my Malay only speaking friends who are not English language students, I speak Malay to them.
Mm-mm.
But with my English language course mates, I would speak English to them. And
Mm.
so Fatah, you need to be the one deciding with this group of people only Malay, because they probably can't understand English much. They probably speak another language, Bahasa Arab or something. But with your English
Okay.
language, with your friends, English language
Mm.
classmates, you decide, Fatih. You can say, let's speak 99% English in Miss Wani's class. You decide.
Yes,
And
even though there will be a mistake.
exactly, it's okay to make mistakes. And then probably if you have your lecturer listening to you, they can fix your grammar
Correct
mistake,
me. Yes.
yeah, correct
Yes.
you. It's okay, even though it's embarrassing, but so what? You know?
Okay. Yes, that's true.
Exactly. And you're doing a great job, Fatiha. You are chosen to be the MC or the
Yes.
your panel. I mean, that's
Yeah.
amazing, isn't it?
Yes. Because I'm having a great panel here.
You're doing a good job. Really
So,
good. Yeah.
uh,
So
okay.
I
Thank you,
want you,
Puan.
yeah, keep on doing it. Keep on pushing yourself. And then watch yourself after
Okay.
this and see, oh, wow, I did it. You did it. And then you will be addicted and you'll want to do more.
Okay. 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 Next. Could you please share with us the tip that will help us build our confidence? So,
Okay.
I just said that things that written here. So, is it
Mm-hmm.
okay? Okay.
Sure, sure,
Okay.
sure. Tips to keep on being confident. What was the question again? Tips on? Tips on being
Tips
confident.
that will help us to build our confidence in speaking English.
Okay.
Because Malaysian, like, they know what they are going to say, but it
Mhm.
doesn't keep out what exactly that they think. Like, they're building a sentence in their mind, but things that came out doesn't seem like they built in their mind.
Right.
So
I
like that.
understand. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, okay, one of the things that I want everyone to do is to start keeping a vlog. Okay, a vlog, VLOG,
Mhm.
vlog. Right. I don't know if you can hear. I don't know if you hear
Yeah.
blog or vlog or vlog, vlog. So that's what I do,
Vlog.
which is, I use my phone,
Mm-hmm.
put it on selfie mode, and then I just talk to myself. It's like a diary. It's just to get myself used to speaking my thoughts in the English language, right? Because
Yes.
sometimes you don't have anyone to talk to sometimes, or sometimes you have so many things to say, but you can't call up your friend, right? So just talk to yourself on the phone,
Yes.
like a vlog or
Mm-hmm.
like a diary, but it's an oral diary. And just test
Mm-hmm.
yourself. Like, can I speak for 2 minutes nonstop about one idea? Can I speak nonstop? And then without editing yourself, just talk 2 minutes. Watch yourself and say, oh my God, I didn't have that word. I lost word here. I was rambling. It's okay, right? That's the process that you watch yourself and then you learn from mistakes. You're like, okay, tadi aku cakap Melayu sikit, aku kena cakap in English next time. You know what I'm saying? You evaluate yourself, you criticize yourself,
Yes.
and then do it again do it again until you will feel one day that it becomes easier. That's tip number one, right? Can I just tell you where that tip came from, Fatiha?
Yes,
So,
sure can. Fine.
all right. Okay, so with My English Matters, we teach English through our courses. All right, our
Mm-hmm.
courses which are pre-recorded. So that means that it's already recorded. The voice is there, the video, the animation is there. And
Mm-hmm.
so we did that, and then we have students who buy the courses, which is excellent, very good, right? But I
Mm-hmm.
knew that to reach out to more students out there, I need to be able
Mm-hmm.
to speak on camera. Okay, I need to be able to speak on camera, and speaking on camera is something I'm scared of doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I don't know. I mean, Fatiha, you're doing such a great job for someone who's doing this for the first time. But for
Yes.
me,
Thank you.
yeah, for me, in my mind, I was like, I can't speak on camera. I can't speak to nobody, even though it's like a Facebook Live, whatever. I can't, because I thought I can't speak to a machine, which is my camera there, as you can see my camera. You can't see my camera, but I can't speak there because it's not the same as speaking to a person. I can
Mm-hmm.
speak
Yes.
in classes, I can do public speaking, but not on camera on my own because I can't stand looking at myself. I don't want to look at myself. And I was like, okay, if I can't look at myself, why should people look at me? You know what I'm saying? So
Okay, the feeling was there.
that's what's going on in my head. And then, so my sister, because My English Matters, we have Amna and Aisha, who are my sisters. And Amna was like, okay, Kak Zima, she calls me Kak Zima, why don't you start doing Facebook Lives, speaking on
Mm-hmm.
video? And I was like, no, I can't. I would use an excuse like I can't do it. I'm going to be stiff. I don't know what to say. But she heard me rambling, like on and on. I said I can't do it, and then I took 1 year to use my phone, speak on the camera on my phone just for myself, criticize myself. I was like, okay, oh God, you know what I'm saying? You just criticize yourself.
Yes, yes.
But for you, it's fine. And yeah, my phone was full of videos of me speaking my mind, speaking about my day, speaking about my thoughts, speaking about what I'm reading, speaking what cooking, just talking to myself. Until one day I thought, you know what, I'm ready now. It's been 1 year. It's time. And then
After 1 year.
After 1 year, which is very long. For you, it should be shorter because I'm going to put the pressure on you. But I had 1 year of training, right? 1 year of training. Yes. And then we said, okay, let's do it live. Let's do a Facebook Live. And luckily for me, by that time, even though you still feel nervousness will never go away, by the way. Nervousness will never go away. It's more about how you cope with it. But because of my 1 year training by myself, it was, you know, your nervousness is only for that one time when you press live, and then you're fine. You're good. Because you're like, oh, I've done this before. Well, on your own, but yeah, that's the story. So if I can do it, you can do it even in a shorter time. Inshallah.
So that's the tip. That two tips.
Yes.
Okay.
What was the first tip? Yeah, vlog. Yeah. And then speaking on camera. Speaking would be the best, I would say, and then criticizing yourself and all of that. Another tip as well, because that's speaking. You also want to get a lot of vocabulary, right?
Yes.
Listening to podcasts. Are you familiar with podcasts? I wonder if our listeners know what is a podcast. I'll spell it out to you. PODCASTS. Podcasts. So podcasts, it's like a radio, but it is online. So if you've got great internet connection, you download an app where you can listen to anything from business, personal development, English, and you're always listening in the morning. And for me, I would say for you guys, because listening is not something you can do while you are ironing your clothes, right? While you are doing laundry, but be careful if you doing laundry with water and all of that. But whatever that you do in your hostel, in your dorm, you can be listening to a lot, so that you're listening to English a lot all the time. You get the vocabulary that you need. And then eventually you'll be using that when you speak, when you're doing your vlog, your personal vlog. So that's listening. And then, and writing as well. I'm going to go on and on, writing, you need to be writing as much as you can. Again, I would say keep a diary. It's very traditional for me to say. I don't think you guys write anymore. You guys type, right? You don't write anymore. Correct? You write your thoughts.
Yes. Nowadays people just type on the note that have in the phone.
Exactly. You use your phone to now type your thoughts, and you probably post it on Instagram, social media, WhatsApp status and all of that. But writing, coming back to the traditional way of writing a diary just for yourself, will get you a bit, because that extra effort will push you to be a bit more advanced. I think so. I think because of me, because I told you when I was in the UK, it was my habit of writing that made me go faster than my other friends who were not writing, but they were just speaking. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I had more words, my spelling was better, my grammar was better because of my ability. Because I wrote books. I wrote stories, and so for you, it would be writing your thoughts, writing your dreams, and that's what I did as well.
So it's not necessary to write an long essay like the lecturer gave you. No,
that's for homework. That's your assignment.
This can be a diary. Yes,
a diary. Yes,
exactly.
Exactly.
Okay.
If you've got a lot of money, buy a beautiful diary with a beautiful pen, and then keep that for yourself to write your dreams. And that's what I did. Before I actually started my own business, which is my
Mm-hmm.
English Matters, my own company now, Alhamdulillah. I actually
Mm-hmm.
wrote so much of my thoughts, like why should I start my own business? What skills do
Mm-hmm.
I have? What do I need to? It was a lot of writing about myself and discovering who I am. And then it made my dream come true through
Mm-hmm.
writing. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Yes. From
yeah,
yes. So from what when Azimah said that there are these three tips, we can use the blog, talking to ourselves because we
yes,
already have the technology now. We have our phone, so just talk to
exactly.
yourself there. No need a mirror. If you don't want to use phone, you just use the mirror, right?
Exactly.
And yes, the second one, what is it again? Oh,
Listening
yeah.
to
Yes,
podcasts.
listening to podcasts. And the third one, try to write a lot, even do
Right.
a diary. So because nowadays, the youngster, even me, don't really love to write.
Yeah,
Like speaking is way better. It's way easier than writing. But actually, writing is one of way that help us on
exactly.
improving English language. Okay.
Exactly. It's because
Yeah.
it's through writing that you get to see, oh my God, my grammar is bad. Oh my God, I forgot the past tense, present tense. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? That's when you get to see it. Because through writing,
Yes.
through speaking, you don't know. But through
Mhm.
writing, you get to see your mistakes and then
Yes. Yes.
spot your mistake and then get Google it up, find out why your grammar is, how to fix that grammar. Yeah, how to correct this.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Okay. Last but not least, me and I think that others want to know. I would like to hear your last words of how to build confidence for those who are struggling in using English language in their daily life.
Okay. I would say that you need to do a lot of positive self talk. Like, um, I'll say, pretend I'm the voice inside of you. I'll say something like, "It's Fatihah, you can do this. Fatihah, it is time for you to use the language, or it is time for you to improve your English language by speaking. And it's okay to make mistakes. Keep on saying that. And you need to make that voice louder than all the negative criticism that's inside of you. That's number one.
Mm-mm.
Um, and then number two, find role models who inspire you to be better than you are. Look for role models, especially if you're an English language student. Look for role
Mm-mm.
models who have gone the path and they're now successful and they can speak both BM and English very well, or a third language if possible. Like for me, it would be Prof. Mohaya. Do you know? I hope you do know Prof. Mohaya. She is my absolute role model. For me, when I look at Prof. Mohaya, she's a very busy woman. She has her
Mm-mm.
own center, LASIK center and all of that. But she said that one of the tips that she does is she listens to a lot of podcasts in English. And then she said to herself, she has this intention. She said that I'm listening to all these Western English things, right? In her mind. Her intention was, I want to make this knowledge accessible. Do you understand accessible? Meaning she wants
Like,
to make this, yeah, you understand what's accessible,
yes,
right?
I get it. Yes, I get
Right,
it.
to the Malays, she said, to the Malays, to Malaysians won't be able to understand English, but because she understands English, she listens to all these wonderful things. She can
Mm-mm.
basically spread the message, and she said, I can Islamicize it, right? I can give an Islamic perspective to it. And I was like, MashaAllah, no wonder Allah has given her this ability to. She said that she can learn things very fast, and process it, Islamicize it very fast, and
Yes.
she deliver it in Malay and English. And I was like, wait, she's amazing. That's the path that I hope I get to see more of us Malaysians doing that. You know, she's doing it not just for herself to be a better human being, but it's for the ummah, for the people, for the Malaysians, which is
Yes.
an inspiring goal. So look at your role models. Another thing as well is find role model like Prof Maya. For me personally, I would like for you to find your own role models. You can just copy mine, Prof Maya. She's great, and then I've got other role models who are, if you know Yasmin Mujahid, Mufti Menk, Numan Ali Khan, all of these Islamic speakers, they can speak 2 or 3 languages, right? That's because they live in America and all. But their mission is big. Their mission is to make Quran, right? Because they understand
Yes.
Arabic, to make Quran understood by the English speaking community who are, who are Muslims, who and also non-Muslims, to the English speaking.
Yes.
And then look at where Allah has, look at the path that they live now. And so you need to find your mission, Fatihah. What are you going to do with the English language? And your mission and your goal has to be bigger than you. Do you know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Should not be,
Yes.
oh, nak cari kerja, blah, 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 live a good life. That's it. No, your mission has to be big. You reach that level, keep on going, look at your role models, what they're doing, learn from them, keep on learning, inshallah you will find your path, and that's it.
Take note all of Puan Azimah advice, because it's really helping. And yes, it's not just for me but for others out there. And yes, thank you again. Thank you so much, Puan Azimah, because I think I got my own role model right now. She's my panel right now. Yes, yes, because I love the way you speak. I love it so much.
Oh,
Okay.
that's good. That's so sweet of you. Keep on learning. Keep. It's okay to make mistakes. You can't compare yourself to, let's say, me, where I am right now, because I'm years ahead of you. But you know that you know that you want to reach somewhere. You keep on going. Keep on going, because I want you to have a big dream. That this is where you want to. This is what you want to do with the English language. You have a big mission ahead of you. And I see a question from Najwa. Is that okay that we take that question?
Yes, sure, Puan.
All right. So Najwa's asking, where can I learn basic English grammar such as present tense, etc.? Is there any apps or anything else that I can refer to? Okay. So Najwa, I actually don't have an app that I can recommend, so I can't talk about apps. However, I'd like to go with the basic traditional way, which is books and courses. So if you, I just arrived from KL actually, Fatihah, and
Yes.
I like to go to bookstores. So a bookstore is like my second home. But I just bought books, something like this, Oxford Verbs and Tenses, and this is like only what, 28 ringgit, 29 ringgit, right? Verbs and tenses. So I would look for pocket-sized books, but you can Google any Grammarly software. Grammarly, I think it's called Grammarly, and to learn English. But I also want to promote my own blog, which is myenglishmatters.com. Myenglishmatters.com. My blog, we have lots of things in there on English, on communication, on confidence. And then every Thursday, if you are an My English Matters subscriber, we email to you free lessons. So yeah, come. And then if you are serious, one day you really want to improve your English, you can take my course. So I'm just promoting a little bit. So yes,
No, it's fine. It's okay.
yeah. So I teach English, not just grammar. We have that course, which is a monthly course. We have students as well at your age, and I also teach presentation skills. Presentation workshop is coming up online, which is next week. It's going to be a 2-day course. And I also teach about communicate confidently at work, which is another course. We've got lots of things going on at myenglishmatters.com. Check it out, Najwa. Myenglishmatters.com. You can check it out as well. I've got some more books actually. Oh, I don't know. Yeah. These are the books that I read. As you can see, my backdrop is books. This is not enough actually. I have to buy another bookshelf, I think, because it's not enough for too many books that I like to collect, read classic books, because there are so many gems that you can read from even classic books. So yeah,
Yes, yes. Okay.
all right.
So we are at the time. Okay. And again, I would like to thank you so much for willing to be with me here on the live session and giving us all the advices. And I would like to end our live session. Do we need to end it with dua?
Okay, sure. Why not?
Okay, okay. I would like with tasbih isfara and surah al-as. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Subhanallah wa bihamdi. Subhanakallah wa bihamdika. Asyhadu an la ilaha illa anta. Subhanaka inni kuntu minadh dhalimin. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wal asr innal insana lafi khusr illa alladhina amanu wa salihati wa tawassaw bil haqq wa tawassaw bis sabr. Amin. Okay, thank you so much, Puan.
Thank you so much,
Thank-
Fatihah. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, I would love to go to your blog and get to know you more.
Yes,
And yes,
would love that.
okay.
All right. And hope to see you soon as well. Hopefully
Yes,
we can meet each other live. All
yes.
right. Thank you
Thank you,
so much.
bye.
Thank you for inviting me. What an honor. Okay. Bye. Assalamualaikum.
Bye. Waalaikumsalam.